time for the Shoot Your Shot Scorecast, brought to you by PointsBet. It is America's fastest growing online bookmaker. This is a full traditional sports book that offers customers more markets and rewards than anyone else. You must be 21 or older at the moment. Not available in Illinois. Wait, I'm sorry. Let me check my.
It's available in Illinois.
Let me check my notes here. You must be 21 or older to play and enter. At the moment, it is only available in Illinois, New Jersey, and Iowa. To sign up, go download the PointsBet app from the iOS App Store, Google Play Store, or www.pointsbet.com. That's worldwideweb.pointsbet.commerce or commercial. When you sign up, enter our promo code FRUSTRATE. That's FRUSTRATE, and PointsBet will match you up to a $250 on your first deposit. This is a tiered deposit bonus. Deposit $50, bet with $150. Deposit $150, bet with $300. Deposit $250, bet with $500. This is void where prohibited. You must be 21 or older. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER for crisis counseling and referral services. All right, Richie, how did we all do last week with college football?
All right, so we did. Well, I did great. I'm pretty sure you did great.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so I was 4-1. Studious George was 5-0, and the man in the Michigan hat was 3-2, which brings me to 22-6. I'm the king of college football, which makes you the prince of college football, Studious
right.
George. And Michigan hat, he's still doing well. 17-11. That's not bad. So
yeah, let me.
Are you okay? Are you okay, dude?
Me?
3-2. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, overall, I'm happy with the record. 17-11, solid. I've just been picking bad locks. So I only got one pick wrong last week, but it was unfortunately my lock of the under in UNC Miami. I think I've been getting my locks wrong like my wrongs lock. I swear I'm not off. Yeah, right. So I've just been locking the wrong games, unfortunately. But I mean, I was 3-1 in my picks as far as the games I chose. So yeah, not bad.
And for me, I decided, if you're watching this and you saw our Thursday night video, you saw somebody else filling in my spot known as White Trash Kyle. You'll see more of him for tomorrow's NFL picks. But for these college football picks, 2 weeks now, I've been undefeated. I'm 11-0 in the past 2 weeks. And so I decided it was time to dress the part. And that is due to my smarts. I have rebranded myself for this episode as Studious George. So credit to, I have to, cite my sources. Credit to Richie for coming up with the name Studious George.
It's a good name. You look pretty studious.
Thank you.
I'm studious?
Yes.
Yes. Awesome. Yes.
All right.
Believe me, viewers, there are some pictures of Shane from college. He looks way more studious than he does now. That's my nice way of saying it.
I was a nerd.
Yeah.
We'll have to dig some of those up and put them on the page or something.
Well, there's the one video.
Thursday.
There's the one video I shared of you dunking the ball in our apartment. That was on Shoot Your Shot Sports, right?
107 pounds of me. Yeah.
107.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Hannah and I were joking about this earlier. It's like I look nothing like I did in college. Most of our friends and people I know from college look pretty much the same, but I look just like a completely different person.
Yeah. It's almost like you didn't hit puberty until after college.
Right. It's like the current Shane went back and swallowed whole the old Shane and evolved into something else.
This is in final form, guys. So
So for any of you nerds who are watching this right now, if you feel like down on your luck, just look at the man in the Michigan hat. He was a nerd, but look at what he looks like now, and he has a wife and 2 kids, so you can do it too.
Yep.
And he's the co-host of one of the most successful podcasts in the world. So, right? I think.
Yeah. Number 1
Right.
podcast in the world. Yeah. The number is no lie.
In the galaxy. Let's say galaxy. So
Yeah.
Hashtag we won't be wrong.
But maybe not the universe. We haven't checked the numbers on other solar systems yet, but
right.
we're running those numbers and we'll have that update for you. But yeah.
Awesome. Well, should we throw it over to the rules guy?
yeah, let's get to our rules analyst, Timbo Slice, with the rules.
All right, gents. Let's make this a fair competition. That means no ear biting, dreadlock pulling, clothes stripping, testicle kicking, or head shaving. Each game that you're about to pick and debate will include lines against the spread and over-under totals from PointsBet. You must pick each game. You can select who you believe will cover the spread or the over-under totals for each contest. Each pick you get correct, that'll be worth 1 win. Each pick you choose incorrect, that's a loss. You must each use 1 skip, which is worth 0, or 0 wins, 0 losses, just 0, goose egg. And 1 lock, which is worth 2 wins, 2 losses. At the end of every week, the wins and losses will be added to the previous total. At the conclusion of the season, the winner will be honored recipient of the Chris Collinsworth Now Here's a Guy award. Now here comes my favorite part. And you at home, come on, say it with me. Let's get ready to gamble.
Awesome. Thank you, Richie, and congrats again on your recent engagement.
That's
Not
me,
Richie.
Jimbo.
Jimbo.
Not me. I look like the bachelor, so yeah.
There you go.
I'm pretty sure that's why I got confused at times. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get right into our picks for this week. So this is championship weekend, all the big championship games for all the conferences. So we're picking every game, even if there's teams we don't know that much about. So we're starting off with the Pac-12 Championship game. Unranked Oregon at number 13, USC. USC is favored by 3. The over-under is 62.5. Man of the Michigan hat, I'm going to start with you, but before you go with your pick, I also want to know, how do you pronounce Oregon?
Oregon, actually. Is the technical pronunciation. So the Pac-12, their season just started like 3 weeks ago, but it's already their championship. So I'm going to go back and look at some numbers from previous matchups, previous games to kind of set the stage for what I think is going to happen. USC is 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 December games. USC is also 1-8 against the spread in their last 9 Friday games. Oregon, on the other hand, is 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 games against USC. So I've got Oregon keeping this close and covering. I know USC is ranked 13th, and it's not a very big point spread, but there just haven't been enough games. We don't know enough about either team. I think it's a close game.
Well, I am going the entirely opposite direction.
Nice.
Because I like USC in this game. They are a pretty good team. This won't happen, but they're like petitioning just because Ohio State is probably gonna make the playoff. They're petitioning to try to make be in consideration for the playoff too.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not just picking USC. I'm locking USC to win and cover this game. 3 is just such a small number. And I do feel like USC is definitely a better team than Oregon.
3 isn't that small of a number. You can do a lot with 3.
You say that every night?
Yeah, like 3 is a respectable number.
Awesome.
I mean, yeah. it's a small number in the context of a ranked team
Okay,
compared to an unranked team.
I got you. Okay, that makes sense. Thanks for clarifying. Yeah,
You're welcome.
Thank you, Senior George. I have sat for you guys. The over is 5-0 in the Trojans' last 5 versus a winning team
Trojans.
record. I don't think that has anything to do with anything, but I don't know much about these teams since the Pac-12 just started. This is an eyeball test week for me. I have no idea about any of these teams really, so I'm going to take the over. 62.5.
All right.
Got it.
I'm an over type of guy.
Gentlemen, I know I called on you, but next time, if you don't mind raising your hands, that'd be helpful for keeping this conversation civil and professional.
Sorry, sir. Sorry.
Yeah. So our next matchup here is the Big Ten Championship game, which is number 14 Northwestern at number 4 Michigan.
Yes.
Yeah, Michigan. Oh no, I'm sorry. It says Ohio State.
Yeah.
Ohio State is favored by 20.5 points. Don't say yes without raising your hand next time. Richie, with that and the over-under being 57, what are your thoughts on this game?
As you know, eyeball test. The over is 3-0-1 in the Buckeyes' last 4 games overall. I feel they both score points. I'm taking the over 57.
I am right there with you, Richie. I am also going the over in this game.
You didn't raise your hand though.
I'm the teacher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you watch yourself. Don't talk back to me. I will report you to the dean. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Be
Report.
scared.
Yeah.
All right. All right, man, Michigan Hat. I want to hear from you. This is your conference. So what are your thoughts? Raise your hand first, and then you can speak. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
The
you, sir.
Wildcats were 6-1 against the spread this season, and they also covered both of the times they were listed as the underdogs. Ohio State has failed to cover in 2 of its last 3 games. I really think Ohio State is pretty unproven this year, honestly. They almost lost to Indiana the one time they had to play a good team. I'm saying it right now. Ohio State is not one of the best 4 teams in the country.
It's the name.
Yep. Ohio State is going to have a wake-up call when they get to the playoffs. They're going to win this game, but they won't cover. Give me Northwestern. I think the under is also a good bet here, honestly, going against you guys a little bit. I think don't be surprised if Northwestern's winning this game at halftime. I think Ohio State figures them out a little bit, and pulls away, but they don't win by 21. So yeah, give me Northwestern to keep it close, cover. They've got a pesky, good defense, good coach.
Yep. And a decent quarterback.
Yeah.
Peyton Ramsey. So
A quarterback who's good enough to make the throws that their offense needs. So,
yeah. I like that pick a lot.
Thank you, sir.
I agree with you. Yeah, I commend you on that. I like the under too.
Gold star?
Yeah, gold star, exactly. I kind of felt like I could go either way with the over under, to be honest. And I sided with the over just because I know Ohio State can put up a lot of points. And even if I don't know, I felt like 57 was lower for Ohio State.
And if I'm right and Northwestern keeps it close, it'll almost force Ohio State to open the offense up and score a lot of points late.
True.
And so say Northwestern scores 20 points, Ohio State could have to score 40 just to win convincingly, which puts you over. So, yeah.
All right. Richie, you picked this one. So next one is the Big 12 Championship game, which is number 10 Oklahoma at number 6 Iowa State. And Oklahoma is favored by 5.5. The over-under is 58. And may I just say, son, can you sit back down, please? Can you please get out of my face and sit back down?
Sorry.
That's very disrespectful. Yeah.
I'm really sorry.
So first, I'll just say we looked on a few different sites and sports books, and there were some different numbers for this game. Other places you may look, but on PointsBet right now, it is Oklahoma by 5.5. So if you are, if you like what we have to say here in a minute, you may want to go sign up for PointsBet right now. Use code Frustrate and take these bets, because this is a line that's unique compared to a lot of other sports books right now. With that being said, each of you have had a chance to start, so I think I'm going to start this one. Yes, man, Michigan hat.
Could I take a bathroom break, sir, Mr. George?
The pass is over behind my desk.
No, never mind. I don't have to go anymore. Thanks. Never mind. It's okay.
All right.
I could wait.
Do that again, and I'm calling home.
Did he say
Yeah.
may I? Didn't say can I? Because he can go to the bathroom, but I don't think he said may I.
All right.
He
First of all, I did not call on you. Thank you for raising your hand. Raising your hand does not
pointed at
mean
me.
Wow, the disrespect in this classroom is unbelievable. I am going to. Oops, hold on a second. Oh no. I'm going to email the principal right now and tell them how bad students you are. That's going to be at least 4 days in out-of-school suspension. There we go.
What are you doing?
All
Gonna
right.
spank me? I'm ready.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
You know,
gonna
this is
spank
very,
me.
very,
Gonna spank me?
this is very inappropriate and unprofessional, and I'm picking Iowa State.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just Iowa State. I'll be honest, I'm a little tentative picking this game because I've had trouble recently, for whatever reason, in picking games that Oklahoma is playing in, and I don't really know why, but I have. And so I kind of think skipping this one first, but thinking about it, I decided to go to Iowa State. So with that, man, you've been really more respectful over the past couple minutes, so I'm going to let you go ahead and declare your next pick. Yes, go ahead.
Oh, thank you.
Michigan hat.
So I pick Oh, go ahead. Sorry. I thought you said me. Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Okay,
Are you wearing a hat?
I could. He's not wearing a hat. Now he is. There we go.
no hats in class though. So no hats. In class.
Yes.
Okay.
Spit your gum out too.
This number is insane. I actually texted both of you guys before the game, remember, because I thought this was a typo. Iowa State should be favored by 10 points in this game. Iowa State's the better team. They already beat Oklahoma once this year, and they're the home team. I still think something's wrong with this number. It just has to be a typo, some kind of plagiarism. Mr. George, if you could look into this, I feel like there's something wrong with wrong with this textbook. I just don't get the number.
I'll take the department.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, listeners, you're getting free money to bet on on Iowa State here. Obviously, this is my lock of the week, presented by Master Lock. You should sell your car, mortgage your house, borrow money from your local drug dealer, and bet everything you have on the Cyclones. Just trust me on this one. I will not.
Drugs are not acceptable on the school campus.
Oh, sorry. I forgot. I thought we were talking to white trash Kyle still. My fault.
No.
Sorry, Studious. Mr. Studious, sir.
That's right. You better be sorry. All right. Richard, you are free to go.
Okay. You forgot what I was going to say. Anyways, I forgot. Anyways, okay. So on my pick, what I wrote down was not what I'm gonna. You convinced me, Michigan hat, that I'm gonna take Iowa State.
Yes!
So yeah, I don't know much about this game, honestly.
Oh no.
At first, I thought it was the over, but like I don't know. I can't keep picking overs. Like that's not a thing. So
Yeah, we all
I'm
picked
gonna do
Iowa
Iowa
State.
Oh no. Now we've all picked the same team.
and you locked it too. So
Oh no.
good luck, buddy.
No.
Yeah,
Why'd
so
you
really-
do this, man?
Really, what this was Richie and I conspired ahead of time and said we're gonna both pick Iowa State just so that I get it wrong. So
Now we definitely are
Michigan
going to be
had get it
wrong.
locked. Yeah.
We won't be wrong unless we all pick the same team. Then we will always be wrong. That's our show motto, and it's proven to be true. Dang. Well,
It's not that proven to be true.
it's pretty
Yeah,
proven.
I'm pretty sure we won like one time. We won't be wrong that one time.
That's
This
true.
time.
Okay, you
I
convinced
think
me.
we all
on
picked I think, and ironically enough, I think what it was we all picked the Jaguars to cover against the Vikings. I think it was something weird, like a random team, and we all had I think it was the
well,
Jaguars.
that would make sense because the Vikings are trash. So,
Yeah.
Honestly, I picked this pick because what you said about the sports books, and like I do like this line at 5.5. Honestly, if other sports books are giving it what was the other sports books saying, like 10? This is only 5. That's a fucking steal. I mean, like, come on.
Well, they had, other sports books were favoring Iowa State, not Oklahoma,
they-
and
it
this
was like
one's favoring Oklahoma.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like
So
a
yeah,
10 it was like a 10-point swing though.
yeah.
Because I saw
But
some that were
Ohio,
favoring
like,
Oklahoma by several points. So,
yeah.
or I mean Iowa State by several points. Yeah.
All right,
Crazy.
next up we have the ACC Championship game. I got to keep on our tight agenda. We have to get you out. The bell's gonna ring here in the next 20 minutes or so. So stop looking at the clock. The bell doesn't dismiss you. I do. Okay.
Sorry, sir.
So this is number 3 Clemson at number 2 Notre Dame. Clemson is favored by 10.5. The over/under is 59.5. So I'm gonna first throw it over to whoever raises their hand first. All right, man, Michigan hat,
Yes.
you can start.
Yes. Now, what am I going to say? Okay. This line is kind of disrespectful, to be honest. Okay,
Like
so
how I am?
what's that?
Richie, you should see the referral list I have for you.
Ooh, I like referrals.
Like the referral that you should go sign up with PointsBet with the code frustrated.
Exactly.
Well done.
Nailed it. All right.
Thank you.
Good job, Mr. Studious. Okay. Dr. Studious, PhD.
MD, PhD, MD, DDS.
Nice. So I do think Clemson's probably the better team and probably will win this game by a little bit. But 10.5 is a crazy number. So they're basically putting this as a 2-touchdown win over a team that already beat them. I mean, obviously Trevor Lawrence wasn't there, but I mean, we've seen this matchup to some extent already. Over 10 points is too big of a number. I think Clemson keeps this game, wins this game, but Notre Dame covers. I've got the Fighting Irish in this.
Very good. A+.
Yes.
All right, Richard, I'm throwing this one over to you next. Clemson, Notre Dame, where are you at on this game?
I have a bad feeling now because you just picked the Fighting Irish. I'm picking the Fighting Irish. I'm pretty sure I know what you're going to pick.
Oh no.
I don't have a good feeling anymore. But honestly, okay. Yeah, the last game, Trevor Lawrence was not in that game, and yeah, Notre Dame won. But how much better is Trevor Lawrence? I don't know. Honestly, I think Notre Dame they probably won't win, but they'll definitely cover. 10.5 is a lot of points to me.
Yep.
So, I don't know. I'm scared now because what's your pick?
Yeah, so so I have a few thoughts about this that I want to get out before I share my pick. So the first thing is, man, Michigan hat, you referenced it, and I've seen a lot of people on Twitter really hate on this line, saying this is disrespectful because you already lost to Notre Dame. And I can understand that side, but I also understand the line personally, just because Notre Dame's track record leading up to this game has always been that they just flop in big games, and with the exception being the Clemson game from this past year, and with a healthier Clemson defense and Trevor Lawrence returning, there's a lot of reason to believe that Clemson could win by that much. But I think what really does me in here is that 10.5. If it was Clemson by 9 or by 10, that's a little more enticing to me to pick Clemson to cover. But that 10.5 to win by more than a field goal and touchdown, that's where it's a little tricky.
Mhm.
So I am also going to pick Notre Dame in this one, and I feel pretty confident in Notre Dame covering or even winning, to be honest. And here's the deal: like, everyone's making a big deal about Trevor Lawrence being back, and obviously, yeah, he's like the top talent in college football. But here's what you have to remember: is when Notre Dame played Clemson earlier this year, when DJ Uiagalelei was quarterbacking
Bless you.
Clemson, yeah, he was playing really well. He's also like pretty clearly going to be like the top quarterback in the league like next year, and he Notre Dame gave up a school record for the amount of passing yards they gave up to Uiagalelei. And I know there were 2 overtimes, but they still gave up a school record. It was something crazy like 460 passing yards. And so the argument is will Notre Dame really give up another like school record of passing yards? Will
Maybe.
they? Maybe
We'll find out. But yeah,
will Trevor Lawrence do it? Like, can he really do that much better than Uiagalelei did?
I get the argument for sure. Yeah.
And Notre Dame honestly made a lot of mistakes in their game against Clemson. They left a lot of points on the field, whether it was the Ian Book fumble at the goal line. There were play calls near the goal line that didn't go right, and they ended up kicking field goals. If you can play a flawless game and turn goal line plays into touchdowns and limit your turnovers, I like Notre Dame's chances in this for sure. So there's my little spiel about that.
Well, definitely, if they play their best game, there's no doubt in my mind that they can beat Clemson. So, yeah, it's just a question of what Notre Dame and what Clemson play each other, you know.
I mean, I think Clemson's going to be extra motivated because they did lose to Notre Dame. And that's what's so intriguing about this game. And that maybe also is a part of why they're driving the line up to 10.5.
Yeah, for sure.
So, actually, and looking at this game again, another pick for you listeners that I would recommend. I think the over is probably a good pick for this game as well. Notre Dame's game against Clemson, I believe it was it? What was it?
Well, that was like a double overtime, but it was inflated it. It was in the 40s, wasn't it?
Yeah, but even before that, they would have hit.
They never hit the overs though. Like for some reason, like I always bet the overs of Notre Dame, and it just doesn't like hit. So I'm always afraid now. Like once that doesn't hit, like, a couple times, it's like I'm gonna stay away from it. I don't know.
So you can either take Richard's advice or me, Studious George's advice.
Well, we all did.
I have a record, so I don't know.
No, I know. No, yeah, we all took Notre Dame.
So bet Clemson.
There you go. All right, let's move on to the SEC Championship game. Number 1, Alabama at number 7, Florida. Why are they visiting Florida technically? Wouldn't it be the other way around?
I don't know how they do their home away. It might not be based on like record. It might be based on strength of schedule. I'm not sure how they do their decide, or maybe they alternate. Like each division alternates who's the home team. I'm not sure what the rules are for that.
Wait, is that right? 74.5 is the over under. That's huge.
I know. That's what I saw according to PointsBet.
Yeah,
so,
that's wild.
Yeah, huge over under, a pretty big point spread as well. And Richard, I'm going to start with you.
I'm taking Bama Roll Tide. Philly has been killing it this year.
You
It's
watch
just
your
eyeball
language.
test. Wait, what was the swear I said?
Roll Tide.
Oh,
Excuse
Not
me.
really.
Sorry,
Do
sir.
I need to phone the office?
yeah, I'm taking Alabama minus 17. I think they're gonna kill Florida. I can't remember if their Florida was good or not. I literally can't remember. I have memory loss at the moment, so I don't know. I'm taking Bama.
The Gumps.
Manny in the Michigan hat.
Manny.
Manfred.
It's
Manfred in the
Emmanuel.
Michigan hat. Emmanuel, I'm sorry. Emmanuel or Emmanuel?
Man.
Okay, man.
Go by man.
Man in the Michigan hat, what is your thoughts on this game?
This number, you guys, like you said, is bananas. So, firstly, against the spread, 17 feels like way too many points, and I would probably bet Florida if I was going to go against the spread, but I've been burned to betting against Alabama too many times. I think Alabama probably will win by multiple scores. So, I actually really like the under in this game. And that might seem crazy for a game with two teams that have prolific offenses, but 74.5 is just way too high.
Yeah.
Like, think about this. Like, say this is a 38-24 kind of game. That's still pretty high scoring, right? But that total would be under by more than 10 points. So 38-24 feels like the kind of score. I just don't see both teams scoring in the 40s, which is what you would need to get an over, basically. So give me the under. I'm playing the number more than the teams here. There's just too many things that can go wrong and happen. You settle for a field goal. You have a turnover in the red zone. Like, a lot has to go right for both offenses to score that many points.
All right. For me, you said you've been burned by not picking Alabama. I've done really well this whole season of Scorecast by riding with Alabama.
Good for you.
And so I'm going to continue. Yeah, I'm going to continue that. I'm going to pick Alabama.
Ride that elephant tusk, like you
To
said
be honest,
last week.
Yeah, rather tough.
Oh yeah.
Ride that tusk.
Here's my bold prediction. I think Alabama is absolutely going to mop the floor with Florida. I don't think this is going to be a close game at all. I think I think this is it's hard to sync up a 5, but I think Alabama is.
I'll give you 10 next time. It's cool.
Okay, cool. I just don't see. I definitely don't think Florida will win, and I don't think it's going to be particularly close. And so I agree the under is probably a smart play just because 74.5 is so big. But I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets really close to that, just by virtue of how much Alabama will score.
Yeah,
that's my bold prediction. All right.
Well, just think Alabama, if they blow out Florida 50-21, that's still under.
Not enough.
I'm supposed to pick on the score. What's the score? Like 83-7 or some shit.
83? Can you imagine?
You don't know.
In the SEC Championship game, 83-7. That'd be crazy. It could happen though. You know?
I can't imagine Florida only scoring 7.
I do feel like Florida's kind of a fraud though.
Yeah. All right. Next up in the Sun Belt Conference, everyone's favorite conference, we have Louisiana, number 19 Louisiana at number 12, Coastal Carolina. Coastal Carolina is favored by 3.5. The over-under is 55.5. And I think I'm going to start on this one. This is a game I know nothing about that conference. I know nothing about the opponents. All I can tell you is that Coastal Carolina, I feel like, has been in the top 10 to 15 range for most of the season. They've been talked about as a pretty good team. They had their signature win against BYU. There's a lot of positive things with Coastal Carolina. I know nothing about Louisiana, but because of all the positive things I've heard about Coastal Carolina and that the number 3.5 is really not that big in college football, I'm going to go Coastal Carolina to win by a touchdown.
Nice.
Richard.
Coastal Carolina is a fucking wagon. I fucking love Coastal Carolina. So when we don't,
Watch your language.
fuck that. I love Coastal Carolina.
Hold on a second. Hello, Mrs. Chicago. Hi, yes, your son is acting up, and he needs to speak with you. Here, he's not gonna be home in time for dinner. He's gonna be in detention.
All right. Anyway, I do bet on Coastal Carolina when we don't have the Scorecast because this is not one of like our major picks. So I've been betting them a lot. And they've been winning. They're a really good school. Coastal Carolina gonna lock this pick. Coastal Carolina 3.5.
Like
and if I could, I don't know, on points bet, I know you could do like actual points betting. So I'm gonna see how far they can actually. It might be low, I feel like. So I'll see how far they can go with this. So we'll see.
Nice.
Well, now's the time to mention that our locks are brought to you by the Shoot Your Shot Sports merch store. Go to shop.shootyourshotsports.com. Check out the latest gear. We have hats, shirts, sweaters, and mugs dropping often. Buy a gift to give to your teacher. So if you want to go there, lock down the gear of your favorite shows right now. Yeah.
Could you imagine if you gave your teacher like the relish shirt? Be like, here's a relish shirt.
The just eat the relish.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, just a dick.
I don't think a teacher would say that.
Just right to the students.
I do think the one shirt. A shirt. You know what shirt I should get from the Shoot Your Shot Sports store that would be good for for anyone who's watching that doesn't know, I am actually a teacher. So
really,
I'm returning to in-person teaching in January, and it'd be a shirt I should get. There's a shirt that's actually at the Off the Cuff store with a picture of Richie saying, you don't want that, Rona." I think that'd be pretty funny to watch.
I forgot about that. That's so funny.
A good one, yeah.
I'm like pointing at the camera. I'm like,
yeah.
You don't want that, Rona.
So wait, what was your pick in that game?
Coastal
Kyle?
Carolina.
I picked Coastal Carolina as well.
Coastal Carolina. Okay.
I'm not locking it though. I lock USC.
Gotcha.
So next up from
I didn't pick it yet.
Michigan's has turns.
I'm sorry.
Teacher.
Look,
I feel like for sitting in the back. He just forgets I'm even in the class.
You know, when you
it's a quiet guy syndrome.
Richard, when you've been dropping F-bombs like that, it really throws me off, and I can't focus on.
Just so flustered.
Yeah, I'm very. I've never heard vulgarities. Yeah.
I'm fucking sorry. What do you fucking do?
All right. Well, welcome to.
I got a funny story real quick. It's about the F-bomb. So
does it have to do with the novel we've been reading?
No, but my dad listens to my podcast and he says, "You swear a lot." I'm like, "Fuck yes, I do." He's never heard me swear before, so it was kind of new to him. So it's kind of bad. But anyways, sorry. Mr. Hattie can go. I actually do get in trouble by swearing in real life. So yeah.
So in that story, I would love to hear from you about your plot arc. Okay, so where was the climax in that story?
Who were the characters?
Yeah. I want to hear about
the villain. My father was
that's called the antagonist.
Antagonist, got it. What was the good guy's name? Protagonist?
The protagonist. Very good.
Yeah, there you go.
Turn in
I
your
was not that. I was not that.
Let me just say, Mr. English teacher, that rough drafts are the most stupid, pointless thing you could ever have to do in school. Well, why should I have to submit a rough? Yeah, just personal pet peeve. Okay. So this game, the championship game for the Who Cares conference, I'm being told by sources that this is going to be televised on ESPN 9. And apparently only being broadcast in Spanish. So just a note for the listeners. I'll definitely
Telemundo.
No, the
Nueve.
Yeah, the Nueve, ESPN the Nueve.
It might as well be on ESPN 8 The Ocho.
That was great.
So I'm definitely going to be
Along with
skipping this
watermelon
game.
spitting and pizza dough twirling.
Cornhole.
Yeah. Cornhole's not quite as bad as the
It's
Ocho.
fun to watch cornhole, if you know
Yeah.
what I mean. Yeah. So I'll definitely be skipping this game on my TV. So why not skip it in my picks?
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not watching this game, but I already did. I use a skip? I think no, I didn't. But I'm
Richie,
saying
now you better watch this game if you're gonna lock it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, you've got to
Like I
watch
said,
this.
Coastal Carolina is the fucking wagon. So yeah, of course.
Nice.
All right,
cool.
from one stud conference to another. Now in the American Athletic Conference, the championship game, number 23 Tulsa at number 9 Cincinnati. Cincinnati is favored by 14. The over/under is 45.5. So I don't remember who started last time. So who would like to start? All right, man, Michigan hat. No interrupting, Richard.
A couple of real powerhouses here. But for real, though, Cincinnati is a solid and really well-coached team. They should easily beat Tulsa, but that 14 is a tough number. Like, I'd like this if it was at 13.5. I'd feel pretty good about it. But 14, it's a tough number to bet. I thought about taking the under here, but I don't love that either. I'm just going to take Cincinnati to win and cover here. Don't love the number, though.
All right. Richard.
I don't like this game at all, so I'm going to skip it. So I'll throw it back to you.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good call.
On this one, yeah, the numbers are kind of weird, but where I went with this game was that 45.5 to me honestly seems kind of low for a college football game. Like college football games, like, yeah, every now and then you do get a game like the was Indiana, Wisconsin, that was 14-6. No drinking alcohol in class.
Of course, I bet the over in that game. I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I bet the over in the 14.
So I feel like that's more than like lately college football brings about a lot of high scoring games. So kind of going with that and seeing that the over under is pretty low, I've decided to go the over in this game.
Huh.
Yep.
Cool.
I like that. That's like just playing the number in general.
Yeah.
If it's in the 40s, I mean, Cincinnati has a good defense, and that's why the number's that low. But these are two ranked teams, and it's a college championship game. Like in general, you should be higher numbers than those. So yeah, it's a good pick there.
I can't say that I'll be going over on your guys' grade percentages though.
It's messed up.
Yeah.
It's like we're submitting a group project right now. We're doing a presentation. I'm the kid who didn't do any work.
That's just for me.
Yeah.
All right. Our last matchup, the most important game on our slate, the Mountain West Conference Championship game. Boise State, also known as the Bluefield team, at number 24, San Jose State. Who is that? Boise State is favored by 6.5. The over-under is 56. I'm skipping this game because I know nothing about either of these teams.
Respectable.
So other than that, I'm going to throw it over to whoever can tell me the name of the author. No, wait. The name of the author of the Michael Jordan autobiography.
Sam Smith.
Your mom.
I think it is your mom, actually.
Well, actually, I said autobiography, which means you wrote it yourself about yourself. So
cool.
The answer,
your mom.
Okay, there's not a Michael Jordan autobiography, but if there was, he would have written it. That's the point.
Trick questions.
It's not a trick question.
I hate teachers like you.
Just listen next time for the word autobiography.
So who goes first? I guess we're all skipping this game. Let's
try a different author test. Who is the author of Green Eggs Ham?
Type of Suez.
Oh, very good. Like the Suez Canal.
Rudyard Kipling.
No, no. Good. That's a good pull, though.
Thank you.
The Jungle Book is basically green eggs and ham. So,
Wow, that was really deep.
Yeah. Speaking of deep,
That's what she said.
yes, that. And I'm taking the over in this game. I don't know much about this game, honestly.
Ooh.
I like the number 56.
I like the number
I like
69
too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
over this. I hope it goes towards the number 69. So I'm
Mm.
gonna pick the over. Nothing to do with any stats or anything, but eyeball test.
Firstly, how can they be San Jose State if there's not a state called San Jose, Mr. Studious?
That's a really, really good question. I would also challenge you with the college that's known as Ball State.
There's a Ball.
And a state.
I used to live in Ball.
There's
You
not
live in
a,
a state currently.
I used to live in Balls.
It's one though.
Just
Ball.
one Ball. Yeah.
Yeah, one ball.
okay.
Yeah.
Do I need to refer you to your biology teacher or your health class teacher?
Anatomy.
No, that dude's a weirdo. Okay. So this, I don't know much about either team, but this number immediately looks weird to me. So San Jose State is ranked, right? And they're the home team, and they're almost a touchdown underdog to an unranked Boise State team. Now, I don't know anything about either of these teams, but that just looks weird to me. So forget doing research, forget checking the numbers. Give me San Jose State.
Wow, San Jose State, you're going against the potato team.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, for being college experts, we're really bad at this. We're just like, oh,
I don't know anything about these teams.
Yeah, well, I'll tell it, like viewers, like we handpick the games for college football because we can't pick everything because there's so many teams. But because it's championship weekend, I was like, we have to do all of them. And so I haven't watched a single second of the Sun Belt, the American Athletic, the Mountain West. I haven't even watched anything of the Pac-12, and I locked the Pac-12. So I like it's all kind of whatever. But
typical teacher doesn't even do any work before class. Yeah.
I don't do work before class. I have to bring all my work home.
No lesson prep. Yeah. Just gonna make us watch a movie in class again.
I'm gonna make you get to. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. You're the cool teacher.
Yeah,
Mr.
we're gonna
Studious.
watch the 6-hour Ben-Hur. That way it'll take up the whole week.
We're watching Ben-Hur?
Bend her?
Yeah. No, that's that other movie I have in my collection.
Oh yeah.
6 hours long? Like we're bending her over?
6 hours. Wow.
I heard. What the fuck? Anyways. Sorry.
Did you actually hear what I said or no?
No, I heard Ben-Hur. That's what I'm asking. I said.
There's a movie, a biblical movie, by the way, called Ben, like Benjamin, Ben-Hur, H-U-R.
Yeah,
It's like
I bend her, like, bend her over. And
I thought
Bend
you
her
did.
like Beckham.
I thought,
yeah, bend her like Beckham, yeah.
Bend her like Beckham.
Bend her like Beckham. Bend
She
her.
is the man. Hey, real quick, She's the Man. You guys definitely don't want to know this, and none of you are going to care. But She's the Man is actually based off of a Shakespeare play, Twelfth Night. It's one of my favorite comedies.
Whoa. That is interesting, though.
But
It's super interesting when I'll use it, and it must be a millionaire, because I do want to be a millionaire, and I'll call you for that answer. So
sounds good. But well, you don't have to use a lifeline to call me for that one now because I just told you.
I'm gonna forget it. I forgot it.
Okay. Well,
But you remember, so he can call
12th
you.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you know it because you see your storage.
The names they have exactly the same as the play. Like obviously the environment's different, but I love it because it's Shakespeare. Anyway, all right.
Well, that all our picks?
That is all our picks for this week for college football. So, I'm going to give somebody the privilege to do the final exit ticket before the bell rings. So who would like to be the special boy that gets to read the exit ticket? All right, man in the Michigan hat. Sorry, Emmanuel in the Michigan hat.
Oh, thank you. That concludes the Shoot Your Shot Scorecast for the week. Remember to subscribe so you never miss another pick. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Richie Chicago, Furious George 94, and the man in the Michigan hat. I forgot my own Twitter handle. The man in the Michigan hat's my name, my legal given name, but my Twitter handle is at Michigan Hat, which is directly below me. So follow us for our very dumb commentary and the games we're watching. With all the uncertainty in the world and in our education system, one thing that is certain is our predictions. Thank you for tuning in. See you next week for more correct picks and our next week's lesson.